Sometimes the CEO doesn't show up at the same time everybody else does. Like,
So,
as a business, this is where I'd be like losing my mind sometimes with this. Like, have y'all ever worked at a job?
Yes, I just came from there. I just came from there. But as a business owner, how do you balance sharing the vision with your?
I think Maul and I actually have a really good dynamic with that because we do have different perspectives on a lot of stuff, which I think is like very helpful in that entire thing. So it's very easy on that entire thing, like off a phone call or text. What you feel about this? This is how I feel. All right, bet, and then we'll find a compromise.
From a fan,
like there's a lot of times where there's something I completely disagree with, but I'll trust Maul and be like, if you feel that way, like if you feel this strong about it, bet, got you, and vice versa. There's plenty of times that I've had a way different perspective than Maul, and I respect our dynamic where he's like, all right, if you feel this passionate about this shit, cool, I'm with you.
Off the strength of being your man.
Yeah, like I see you feel this way about it, go ahead. And vice versa. That's happened multiple times. And things I've failed at, things he's failed at, things he's been great at, things I've been great at. Like that's just how this shit goes. But there's never been a lack of communication in that department. And that's why I appreciate it. There's never been a fail that we both been like, oh, it was because we never spoke about it. It's because you said yes here, I said yes here, and this is just how the shit goes.
As a listener to you guys from even the old pod, I think that experience from there definitely leads into how y'all are now.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, I think that from a listener standpoint, not only as I listen to your music and everything, I think that you two have different approaches to it, and it makes like a happy accident where you are very intentional. You put a lot of different thoughts and you try different things when you make your content in anything. And from the outside looking in, it seems as if Maul is more of like a happy accident type of guy, where
what you mean
I just came in and like magic is gonna happen. Like everything's organic in a sense. Like he prefers everything to be organic with not much preparation put beforehand.
Sure, I see what you're trying to say, but I wouldn't put it that way.
I don't say that to be lazy.
Yeah, no. I know what you're saying, but as the organic shit goes, yes, I feel you. But shit, there's even been times of, you guys bringing up Maul being late. There's been times we talked for 2 hours in the studio about something so specific, and Maul walked in and we brought him up to speed, and he made the best point on earth of like, that's the dumbest shit ever. And I was like, yeah, it's probably dumb. Because we were over-harping on everything. Sometimes different perspectives are better in that case.
I think
like if you're sitting here overly obsessing about something.
I have a saying. Sometimes it takes an outsider to see the bigger picture.
Well, he's not an outsider, but it's just a different
point of view.
Yeah. That's how our dynamic, I feel, goes. And not to say Maul doesn't also obsess about the shit. It's just we approach things drastically different because I'm a anxiety lunatic, and he's not. So I'll sit on detail, like thinking I'm gonna map every last thing out. And he'll be like, yo, that's stupid. And I'll be like, you fucking right.
I get
like, you can't say the quiet part out loud with Maul.
Which is what?
Which is just like, yo, you be late. Like, yo, you be late.
I just said at the BET Awards, it's on our YouTube. I said,
confronted him.
Maul, ETA right here.
Or like
Maul be late.
at him like you screamed at me. Like, you can't do that.
You don't think Maul and I have screamed at each other?
Well, you tell me about it. We got him. When did y'all scream at each other? Tell me about it.
Which time?
But about what
we be yelling all the time at each other. On camera too.
Well,
no, but like
I listen to the podcast
Evan,
often.
I got him.
Go ahead.
What y'all be screaming about? What y'all be screaming about?
You're just mad. You're the guy at the end of the Zoom call that didn't say anything and realized that Evan and I have been speaking this entire time.
No, not at all. I brought Evan here to speak to you.
Okay.
He was my disarming tactic. I knew you would demand an apology. So I was like, let me have Evan here to cut the tension. He's a comedian. But anyway.
He was going to fight or something?
Let me know, man. When you scream at, what do y'all scream about? Yelling matches.
You're asking somebody for a business partner of 4 years and also on camera. Yeah, like, where do you want me to start?
Okay. Well, I would assume you ever yelled about lateness or anything like that?
Yeah, we've talked about that for sure.
Oh, okay. Why?
Why what?
Was it an issue for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is this some big gotcha moment that I'm not aware of?
I wanted to see where he was going.
Like, this is literally like, we've talked about this on camera before. Like,
No, because I think that's
I know you don't watch our pod.
I do sometimes.
We have talked about this.
Listen, I watch.
Quiet part out loud. That's what I was trying to get to. Like, can you say the quiet part out loud with more? And that was kind of the thing that I felt was a through line from the old pod to this pod, where it felt like there was things you guys wanted to address with Maul, but it just never seemed like they were addressed because Maul's kind of too
Maul and I have
cool.
spoken about every last problem that we have ever had with each other.
That's fire. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, we're running out of time.
I really think that how that last podcast broke up really affects how y'all two go about conflict moving forward.
It's so easy to just ask.
Yeah.
Like,
because you don't want it to be that. So
there's
you
no
will
reason
take
to
all the
hide
extra
anything.
steps. Yeah.
And listen, the details of that whole shit, y'all have done a million videos of.
Oh,
but Maul and I are 50-50 partners.
I did like a video about that the other day.
I'm aware.
I love it.
Was he right?
I don't have to be right.
I didn't click the like anytime he's in need of the views, he'll just redo the this was an episode that just split them up.
That really
I be scrolling that shit like, damn, Joe said something else. Like, no, that shit was from 4 years ago.
Shit was hard, bro.
But even in those those recaps, you ever look back and like, oh, Rory made this face with this comment.
I'm very tapped into Danny's stuff. I don't watch the old, like when he does like the flashback shit. I don't watch that shit.
Okay.
No, that shit is great to me. That's the best videos. Like, that's my favorite video to make. But
I lived it. I don't need to do the flashback.
No, as a fan, there's a lot of like recaps and moments in the past where like faces were made at certain comments, and it's like seeing how the breakup happened. It's like, oh, we can kind of see it happening in real time before we knew that was the issue.
Well, we don't have much time left. So this is this is what do you mean? I'm checking the time, Rory. I don't own my studio like you.
I mean, I pay rent, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't pay rent here. Well, I did pay 2 hour rent, but what do you think the feedback will be from this interview? Like, what do you think the tension, the discussions? Last time you did the interview with me, I felt like there was like a weird vibe from Maul.
Wait, from Maul after I did?
Yeah, like not a weird vibe. But
I think I'll be misunderstood in this interview.
I thought I held you down.
Yeah, I should have never brought you.
Yeah, well, he's the reason we had an episode.
No, I don't agree. I mean, but he's like a big fan of yours, of the pod, not of Rory.
No, Rory's music too.
Yeah, okay, my bad. I didn't want to jump.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, what do you think
off-road available now. I don't know. I've stopped caring about how that's going to go. Yeah,
I think it was great.
You're saying specifically like within my internal crew, or like with the fans?
I felt like the last interview
I'm sure the way you're going to title this will have a bunch of JBP fans going in there to say foul things. So like, I don't know. People are going to perceive it.
He just wants to come back.
Yeah, I don't know.
He misses that old thing. He's lying.
Yo, why he always yelling? He red as fuck. He's sweating. Yeah, because I'm fucking Irish and it's hot all the time in my body.
That's true. Internally, you're like a combustible
allergic to lights.
So this sometimes yelling doesn't mean anger. Sometimes this.
I was more so speaking about how
funsies.
Last episode we did together, Maul had actual issues with what you said, like in terms of the Gilly thing, like that you reached out. That somebody reached out to Gilly and Wallow.
Oh yeah, that episode.
Oh wait, see,
I don't think anything like that happened.
This is actually back to his original question about our dynamic. Nah, that was just something that I misremembered, and Maul cleared up. I was mad about that. Yeah, we spoke about it.
Yeah, and I even because I remember that because I was like, wow, Maul's talking about that interview that I thought he would never watch. But it was just clearing up what I misremembered. And it wasn't even said maliciously. That's why Maul just cleared it up. Like, nobody was mad. And then he even went on like some spiel about how like you could end up on someone's platform and not even know who they are. It seemed like a reflection of you joining, like coming to sit down with me.
But yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That went over my head. But
yeah, no, that's what he said at the pod, Maul. He went on some spiel about how like you could end up interviewing somewhere and then you don't even know, and then went into like this thing about how like fans are doing podcasting. What is the end? Like, what does this mean? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, but we were talking about that. We've talked about that multiple times after.
Yeah.
Where maybe it was a Patreon or I think it was a regular episode that me, Damaris, and Maul were talking about that, of seeing the value in what you guys do with the reaction video versus not seeing the value in it. Like that we had a whole episode about that shit. And that was well after we sat down. It might have been two years after.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always in everyone's mind. Like, this has become a part of podcasting. So
reaction culture has become a part of podcasting.
Yo, it's your boy Scooty. Welcome back to another episode of NBA's TV, Natural Born Hustlers TV. And today we got a conversation, y'all. The conversation is, if you a CEO of a company, do you think that person deserved to be late? Me personally, depending on what type of company it is, I'm kind of in between, because for one, if it's like a warehouse company or something, I ain't gotta be here when everybody else starts. Sorry. If it's like a podcast or something like that, and you scheduled to be there, I feel like Joe Budden, for example, he's a person who seems to always want to be there and put his best foot forward in his company. I like that, to be honest. I really do like that, because it takes a real leader to understand you have to get your feet dirty. You got to lead by example. You can't be slouchy. You can't be late. You have to be on time. You got to be stern, so your co-workers or employees, they'll take you serious. I feel like a lot of people don't get taken serious in their company because they don't know how to really lead when it comes to being on time, not being tardy, and just really putting your best foot forward. What y'all think about this? Do y'all agree with me? Do y'all disagree? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, man. It's your boy Schooly. I'm back at y'all with another one. Until we meet again, my friend. Let's go.